I think by my count, you witnessed 104 of them. Do you have a favorite Aaron Rodgers touchdown, or will the next one be your favorite because of its significance?
Oh, they're all my favorite. Hopefully he can throw 104 more over the next few weeks. So, no, it's been awesome to watch. He's a phenomenal quarterback, obviously. Um, Makes some unbelievable plays, and looking forward to the next one.
Ryan Wood.
Hey, Matt, is there any chance that Zadarius might be on the practice field this week, or is that just not going to be in the cards for this week?
I would not anticipate him out there on the practice field.
Mike Spofford.
Hey, Matt, I know it's an even shorter week for Cleveland than for you guys, but just how much of an added challenge is it when on a short week it's also an unfamiliar opponent from the AFC and all that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that might play a little bit into it, but not a whole lot. It's just how you alter your schedule, how you alter your preparation, and get your guys' bodies and minds in the right spot to play a very physical, tough football game on Saturday afternoon.
Pete Doherty.
Hey, Matt, how do you want your quarterback to weigh the risks of, for instance, trying to fit a ball into a really tight window or maybe taking a hit, the risks of that versus the rewards?
Yeah, I think that sometimes, the timing of everything, sometimes can get dictated by the pocket, how clean it is, how much trust you have in the guy you're throwing to. And, sometimes you take chances when you have a lot of trust in the guys around you, specifically who you're throwing to. Sometimes it can be predicated by the coverage, but, I want guys to be very decisive. I think the one thing that is so imperative, especially at the quarterback position, is you better be decisive and you better be on time. And as long as, our guys are doing that, then I feel confident they're going to make the right decision.
Rob Domofsky.
Hey, Matt, did you guys do anything to commemorate that 442nd touchdown, or you just wait till the next one that actually breaks the record? And what might that be?
We did not do anything for that as a team, but yeah, I'm sure absolutely we'll do something. When he breaks that record, because that's a special record.
Greg Matzik.
Hey, Matt, offensive production has really ticked up here in the last month or so, but it seems like points allowed is maybe going the wrong direction. Is there something that you're seeing, some common themes that have developed here over the last 4 weeks?
Nothing that I can, pinpoint exactly. I would say that certainly offensively, it seems like the execution has been on point. Our guys are going out there playing fast, playing confidently. Still not perfect. It never is. We definitely have not started the best in every game. And then defensively, we just got to make sure we continue to get back to, when we were playing at our best. And that's just getting all 11 being on the same page, getting the play calls in fast so the guys can get their cleats in the ground so they can take in the keys that an offense may give them, and then just go trust what you see.
Just wondering quick, just what caught your attention about Cleveland from what you've seen of them from yesterday's game, and also just what are the challenges when you're preparing for a game with so much uncertainty about the opponent, not knowing who's going to be available, who isn't, so forth?
Yeah, well, I thought Cleveland they showed their resiliency. I mean, missing as many guys as they were missing, 10 starters or whatever it was, and to be able to have an opportunity to win the game. I think that tells you everything you need to know about the Cleveland Browns. They're tough, they're physical, they're resilient. They've got a lot of talent on the team. I think they're very well coached in all three phases. I think they have very sound schemes, and when you combine sound schemes with great coaching and great players, you usually are a pretty tough team to beat. But as far as our preparation, I think you always got to prepare for who's listed as the starters, because especially with the whole COVID situation, you don't know how quickly guys could potentially come back. So we're always going to prepare for the best players to be out there.
Coach, earlier this year, you talked about mixing in some power concepts to your run game. It seems as the year has gone on, you've not strictly stuck with it, but you have been really multiple in that regard. Have you been running less of the traditional zone stretch stuff where you get the line going and then you want the back to put his foot in the ground and get backside, or is that just kind of been mixed in regardless?
You know, we're still running some outside zone, but to your point, I would say that we definitely have ran more downhill schemes, whether it's the inside zone or whether it's some of these gap schemes. But, you know, we look at it on a weekly basis just on how we want to attack a defense, and what, you know, we feel can put our players in the best position to go out there and have positive gains. And so we'll continue to look at it, and it'll be ever changing, and sometimes it's personnel driven and other times it's totally scheme driven.
Hey, Matt, nice to see you.
Good to see you, Tom, even though I can't.
Yeah, maybe you could change that. You get a lot of power here, you know. Anyway, two things. Has the league assured you that this game won't be moved no matter what? Do you get that kind of assurance from anybody?
I'm not anticipating it being moved, but we have not had that communication. I have not had that communication with the league. And yeah, I'll try to do better, Tom, to, you know, exert my power over Wallers. It seems like I listen to him now.
I'm telling you. If I could follow up, what was your feeling after the game, just in the condition of your team, and what's your practice week like?
Yeah, I felt like we came out of the game pretty clean. Certainly there's always some bumps and bruises and some potential injuries that could be a little bit longer, but I felt like we came out for the most part pretty clean. And as far as this week's schedule, we actually adjusted it this morning. Just, you know, talked to some of the leadership on this team, and so what we did was we got the guys out a little bit early today, still did our installs, but got them out early just to help them recover and come back in fresh tomorrow. And then we'll basically do 2 jog through practices. We'll hit one right away early in the morning, and then we'll get the second one in the afternoon. And that's just what we felt was best for our team. And ultimately I trust these guys, and when they come to me with something, I can usually take everything they say and make a really sound decision based on the best interest of our team. And so that's how we're going to operate this week.
Rob Domofsky.
Any chance for Bakhtiari or Jair this week, or not, just because it's a, you know, kind of an unusual practice schedule and they won't get enough work?
Is it in terms of playing? Yeah, I wouldn't anticipate those guys to play this week.
Dennis Krause.
Coach, now that you've worked with him for 3 years, how is Aaron Rodgers different than you thought he'd be?
How is he different?
Any surprises?
Well, I think you always try to go into every situation with an open mind. And, you know, the one thing that I don't think you can truly get a great appreciation for until you work with somebody is just how great they are. You know, obviously you always watch the tape from around the league when I was with other teams, and you always kind of marvel at just his athleticism, his ability to throw the football. But then when you get around him and you see how intelligent he is, how his mind operates, I think he's the ultimate multitasker in terms of just being able to play the position, obviously at the highest of levels, but also take in so much information. At the same time, I'm giving him a play call. It's one of the more impressive things I've ever seen. The way he's able to go out there and perform, and how the game is almost in slow motion for him is so impressive, and I haven't seen anybody be able to do it to his level.